In today's world, technology plays such an important role in our daily lives. New advancements have affected the growth of the world in many ways. It has led to so many scientific discoveries, improved general health care, and has even expanded and altered the job market. So many areas have been directly impacted by these innovations. One area that has especially been impacted by this is human social interaction. The growth of technology has led to various changes in the dynamic of social interaction, which has resulted in both positive and negative outcomes. There have been many innovations that have been created with the intention of assisting communication between people. Two main inventions that are used most commonly today include the telephone and the computer. Since the invention of the first telephone in 1876 and the first computer in 1947, we have really come a long way. The two technologies have been continuously altered and improved upon. The first cell phone was created in 1973, and it has been since improved upon in ways that had been previously unimaginable. Cell phones now give us not only the ability to talk over the phone, but also give us the option to message others, allow us to see each other as we talk, and even explore the internet at any time. The technologies that computers encompass has also been improved upon. They now supply us with the internet, which we are able to use to access any information at any time. We are also able to use it to communicate and interact with each other. The internet has led to the creation of social media and other ways in which we communicate. Communication has changed tremendously and has been made so simple with the growth of technology. It has been permanently altered the dynamics of communication. In the past, the only way of interacting with others who were far away was through letter writing. In some cases, it would take days for someone to receive a message, and it would take days or even months to receive a response back. Although letters are still used in today's society, we have new and improved ways to communicate. Now, we are able to use the internet. People communicate through emails, social networking, and texting, which is a much faster way of interacting. We are now able to receive and respond to a message within a matter of seconds. Since the rise of communication and social interaction has moved to the digital world, the language dynamics have changed as well. Now, abbreviations are much more prominent. Phrases are shortened in text messages. For example, some commonly used phrases are now LOL or BRB. Not only are people starting to use these abbreviations in their digital communication, but they're also using them in writing. For example, I was looking at my 12-year-old brother's homework. In a written response to a question, he used the abbreviation LOL at the end of his sentence. This new technology is impacting the way our younger generations are writing and communicating their thoughts. Since the expansion of technology, it has led to both positive and negative outcomes. First, let's start with some of the positives. One positive thing that has come of this is that people are now able to stay connected at all times. As I said before, it is so much easier to stay connected with friends and family. We can now stay up to date and communicate easily through social media websites like Facebook. We can send a simple message or view their pictures with the click of a button. Not only can we communicate easily, but these websites have made it simple to find friends and family that we haven't seen in a while or that live far away. One personal example of how amazing this technology is my mom's newfound relationship with her birth parents. My mom had been searching for her birth parents for her whole life, but had no luck up until recently. In her last attempts at finding them, she created a Facebook account. Amazingly enough, she was able to find her birth mother's sister. She typed a short message and within hours received an excited response. The woman immediately called my mom's birth mom and was able to get them in contact. Because of Facebook, my mom was able to form an amazing bond with her birth parents and family. If it weren't for this new social technology, my mom, as well as our family, may not have had the opportunity to meet them. Another positive outcome would be that technology provides us with the opportunities to meet new people. Social media websites give us the opportunity to form new friendships or even engage in new relationships through the use of online dating sites. One study has shown that there are now 91 million people in the world using dating websites, with 61 million being men and 30 million being women. These websites provide ways to meet a significant other through various online matching technologies. Not only can websites be used to form relationships, but they can also be utilized to meet people with similar interests or problems. There is a plethora of online support groups that have been created in hopes to connect people struggling with the same issues so that they can provide each other with support and some insight to the issue. Some examples of this would be support groups for medical conditions, depression, anxiety, or sexuality. One study has shown that 30% or 37% of internet users with a chronic disease have accessed these types of websites to read about or communicate with others about their experience with the issue. It's amazing that technology has granted us with new ways to support and reach out to each other. Another way of communication is through blogging. Anybody can create or follow a blog in order to communicate their thoughts and ideas on any topic. This has given a new way to share thoughts with anyone at any time. One more positive outcome that technology has had on social interactions is its impact on careers. By using online sources, such as LinkedIn, people are now able to market and promote themselves and their abilities on the internet. They can connect and communicate with others that have similar career paths and find various new job opportunities. Technology has even changed some of the more traditional aspects of the interviewing process. Now, it's not always necessary to meet in person for an interview. Business owners can now conduct interviews with online technologies such as Skype. One study found in 2014, 42% of companies are now conducting Skype interviews, which is about a 32% increase from that of 2010. This is amazing because companies can now reach out to people that live further away for possible career opportunities, which expands the people that they can hire. Social technology has had a positive impact on all areas of communication, whether it be for personal purposes or for job opportunities. Although there are so many positive outcomes, there are also negative impacts that technology has had on humans socially. I had said that technology has positively affected communications, but now we can look at some of the negative sides of it. One major thing is that people are always on their phones. It's rare to see someone walking down the street or sitting in class not on their phones. People are paying attention less and less to what is going on around them and more attention to the technology in their hands. This has also led to less face-to-face interaction. Instead of socializing and meeting with the people around us, we are communicating with our technologies. We have become so absorbed in our new smartphones to even consider having interactions with those around us. I can personally say that I have seen this and have even partaken in it. A perfect example would be when I am sitting in class waiting for it to start. Instead of interacting with each other, we sit on our phones. This eliminates the opportunity for us to get to know our own classmates and even takes away from our learning. Instead of paying attention to what is going on in class, we sit on Twitter or Facebook. Instead of keeping us connected, which was the goal of social media, it is keeping us less connected to everyone else. Another way it has negatively impacted communication is through our general language and writing skills. The newer generations are losing a sense of professional and formal language, which leads them to struggle with the language skills that are necessary to communicate formally and succeed in school and their careers. Not only has technology negatively impacted communication, social interaction, and language, but it can also have a negative impact on our overall happiness. More and more people are engaging in social media. An indirect impact that this has on us is that it is causing us to compare our own lives to others, which can make us unhappy. People can now view and see what everyone else is doing, and we compare it to our own lives. We need to remember that most times people only post the highlights of their lives on social media. This is easily forgotten and leads others to feel less happy with their own lives. It has also led to an increased sense of loneliness. People see pictures and comments that are posted on other people's walls or news feeds on Facebook. Viewers can once again see this and make comparisons to their own lives and begin to think that they are lonely compared to others. All of this can lead to a negative impact on one's mental health and may lead to depression. Another negative that comes along with this is regarding privacy. Anything can be posted online, and sometimes the posting about us is out of our control. Things that are posted or online are there to stay forever, which is a hard concept to grasp. Some examples of this would be inappropriate pictures or comments. These things can be negatively perceived by others and can impact someone's future career efforts with jobs or relationships. Technologies have caused a negative impact on relationships as well. Through the use of technology, cyberbullying has become a very prominent issue that adolescents are now dealing with. Studies have shown that well over one-half of all adolescents and teens have been a victim of some form of cyberbullying. On many occasions, these events are not even reported, and the victim is then forced to deal with the effects on their own. This can have a negative impact on the way they perceive themselves and even how they interact socially. Technology should never be used as a way to target and criticize others, but it happens all too often. Technology has also led to a negative impact on relationships in other ways. With social media, it has become so easy to make a false identity. With adolescents being so trusting, this has led to many cases of trusting the wrong types of people. This can have dangerous effects on these children, including violence or giving out personal information to the wrong people. These websites are not always completely secure, and it was actually found that 60% of the 41 websites that were reviewed had security issues. This means that the websites being used in a social way may not be 100% secure, which is very dangerous to its users. One last negative impact that it has on the overall dynamics of social interaction is the impacts it has on the overall dynamics of social interaction. It has permanently altered the ways that relationships are formed and maintained. Intimate relationships can be negatively impacted due to online dating or their level of trust with their partners due to social media. There is less time spent interacting with each other face-to-face and more time communicating through technology. Technology has made it so easy to create new identities for ourselves, and it makes it easier to say things that you wouldn't be able to say in a normal conversation. This negatively affects the way that we build relationships with others. This technology will especially have an impact on future generations. All too often, these children are too trusting with the people they meet online. They are not always educated or fully understand how the misuse of these technologies can impact them in their future. Technology has allowed to make it so easy for this generation to make inappropriate posts or use websites in the wrong way. As I said earlier, what they post now can lead to struggles in their future. The newer generation is also spending way more time online than they do with one another, which can lead to negative impact on their overall social skills. Although there are so many negatives, I do believe that we can alter these trends for the future. There are so many more positive outcomes and opportunities to expand our social interaction if we just use these new technologies in the right way. It's up to us to educate our future generations on technologies and use it and utilize it in positive ways to expand how we interact socially.